Okay, back to the pack. I see things are moving like clockwork over here. And Jack's also there. Nice. I see there are a couple new faces, too. As well as that Thomas face. I swear this better not be a reoccurring one. Anyway, let's see what's going on and hope things are going smoother this time.
Jack and Alfie were loading Max. Dust and dirt flew everywhere. Work had never been so much fun.
Ooh! I know that tune was played in the last entry, but to hear it without any loud noises or voices lets the audience get a better appreciation for it. Jack was working hard along with everyone else at the site. Meanwhile, Thomas was doing his own work and was curious how Jack felt so far.
But he was still worried Miss Jenny wouldn't let him stay. Ned, the steam shovel, was cheerfully clearing rocks. Ned has a big bucket and a big heart. Sometimes his bucket is too full. Careful, Bumble Bucket. Sorry, said Ned cheerfully.
Ned sure looks like a gentle giant, kind of like Harvey in some ways. I think this is the first time we've seen a steam shovel on this show, too. Ah, well, at least he doesn't mean trouble. Unlike Max, who could pose a problem. I like the nickname for Ned, Bumble Bucket. After some time, though, the foreman made a command.
Oliver, this topsoil needs moving now. I'll move it, cried Jack. Jack! Before anyone could stop him, Jack raced under the bridge. He was about to fill his bucket when he remembered Miss Jenny's warning. Don't jump in where you don't belong.
Yeah, you better remember, Jack, since your eagerness got the best of you literally yesterday. Thankfully, he did the right thing and let Oliver do his job. I'm sure if Miss Jenny saw that, she'd be happy too. But hey, the fact that he learned from his mistake is a big deal, and everyone else was pleased as well.
Later, Ned was moving under the bridge. His oiler had told him to lower his crane arm. I must be careful. I must be careful. Then there was trouble. Ned hadn't lowered his crane arm far enough. It knocked loose the important keystones.
I'm sure if any piece of a bridge is removed, the support structure is weakened. But yeah, keystones are no bueno either. And of course, it just so happened Thomas was headed in that direction so he could see Jack. Great timing, Ned Bumblebucket. Thankfully, someone thought quickly.
Jack jumped in and lifted his front loader up against the bridge. He pushed with all his might. Thomas saw the flagman. His driver applied the brakes, but it was too late. Cinders and ashes!
Yep, that's the right place to park your butt, Thomas. Right where the support is needed most. So is Ned's oiler going to get fired for not letting down his bucket arm low enough? Probably not. This scenario is a serious one, and if people aren't careful, someone could get hurt badly. Thankfully, Thomas wasn't super heavy like, say, a tender engine. Doesn't matter, though. Jack needed relief.
Jack couldn't hold the bridge any longer. Are you all right, Jack? I think so. Thomas brought Jack back to the yard.
Yikes. With those arms bent, who knows how Jack is going to be able to work now? I mean, he could try and just move lopsided and lift on angles if the budget isn't enough. But no, apparently Miss Jenny didn't mind repairing him. She was in fact more impressed for Jack jumping in this time, and thus he was allowed to stay with the pack. Interesting twist.
Welcome to the pack, Jack! Jack was so happy he couldn't think of anything to say, so he just revved his engine and bounced his bucket. As Thomas steamed toward Tidmouth Sheds, he felt very happy. Yes, he said, welcome to the pack, Jack.
Congrats, dude. But no praise for that Thomas face. Never. I refuse, not until they permanently get rid of it. All in all, though, this was a nice two-parter lineup. And when was the last time we had a two-parter? Long time ago. Jack obviously made a large enough mistake to realize that he mustn't do it again if he wants to stay at the place he wants to be. And seeing him recall that before making that mistake again was the right thing to do. Also, watching him make the brave attempt at keeping the bridge up before it collapsed was noble and pretty crazy. That could have very well been Jack's last day as a front loader in general. Thankfully, it didn't end like that because he deserved what he got later. Aside from other characters, we met one new face, and that was Ned. While he may not be super alert, so it seems, at least he's genuinely nice. For the most part, it sounded like Baldwin kept his voices in order this time too, except for Kelly, whose voice wasn't as deep sounding. Isabella! Music was fun to hear again for this story, and it more or less repeats the order that was heard before. Thomas's anthem theme begins and then shifts to Jack's theme for his own moments and the finish. There's also the music where Jack and Alfie are working, but there's no real name for it. For visuals, variety was low, but there were still new things to see. The Quarry Bridge, where all the danger took place, was the prominent staple to this story, and its collapse was cool to watch. And lastly, Thomas again passes by Kronk Station, not only during the day, but at night. A fun continuation of the previous story. Next episode is It's Only Snow. Thanks for watching.